and a cancer survivor. Karibu sana Anastasia.
Asante.
And I wish you the best. Remember, we are together with you in this war. And joining me also to my extreme left is Emily Mukomunene. She is a health educator and ambassador of Universal Healthcare. She is also someone who can be able to, give us a brief understanding of what cancer patients go through and what cancer is all about. Karibu sana, Emily.
Asante sana.
Thank you. You have seen her story,
yes.
And based on what you've seen, what do you make out of it?
It's a sad story, and it's a story that is being told by many Kenyans currently, because we have a lot of people who are undergoing the same ordeal that Anastasia is going through. Suffering, you cannot be able to access treatment. Late diagnosis is another big issue. Misdiagnosis is another issue. Also, being not able to access specialists so that they can be able to tell you exactly what your problem is. So, as you know, the more you stay without getting a proper testing or a proper diagnosis, then cancer proceeds from one stage to the other. And then the cost of treatment also, it makes it almost impossible for someone feeling sick to go to the hospital. And when you go to the hospital, you go to the dispensary. When you go to the dispensaries or even the county hospitals, we don't have cancer screening centers.
We are aware that at some point it can be so expensive, too expensive to the point that it gets from 250,000 over to millions of shillings. But we shall be able to hear her story and Anastasia's story right here. But be part of this conversation. The hashtag is Good Morning Kenya on Twitter. Tag us. Our official handle is at KBC Television. Tag me at Ram Agugo, and my colleague's handle is at Jane Wambui. So tell us a story. We've seen it, but now for someone who has just tuned in, what is it that you may be going through that you'd like people to hear from your own mouth?
Nilipatikana na kansa, na colon cancer. Napitia kansa kwa wakati huu. Nilipatikana na colon cancer in 2017. But ilianza in 2015. Nilikuwa pregnant. I was around 5 months pregnant when I started experiencing some pains from my stomach.
So that was during pregnancy 2015.
In 2015.
But you only came to realize it in
2017. Yes, as you've seen, I'm coming from a slum, very poor, so I could not afford hizi hospitali mzuri. So ningeenda kwa hospitali zenye ziko kwa slums. So wangenipima, alafu wangepata niko na initially, kama vile bado nilikuwa na mimba in 2015, ningeenda hospitali wangerelate uchungu na mimba. Wangefikiria pengine ni sababu niko na mimba ndio maana napitia hayo uchungu. Sasa wangenipea madawa ambayo yanahusika na pregnancy.
Uchungu ya tumbo ama
pregnancy.
Na hili kwa mtoto wako ngapi?
My last child.
Your last, that is
the third one. Yes.
And Emily, we have such cases, cancer not being detected at an early stage.
Yes, there are many, and especially when a woman is expectant, we just concentrate on the pregnancy. We overlook that there could be any other problem apart from maybe testing for malaria and the common things that are associated with pregnancy.
But why so?
It does
don't you have the expertise, to be able to detect these kind of issues before they get worse?
You see what happens, Ram, when you go to the medical school initially, the first introduction, the first 1 or 2 years, it is general education, where a medical student is taken through all aspects of health. That is from HIV, from pediatric care, from apart from dysentery and the others. Then you go to specialize in a particular area. When you go to specialization now is where we have the oncologist, those who are dealing with the matters cancer. Then we have the others dealing with the diabetics cases and all that. So by the time they are completing their course, they don't pay much attention to the general introduction that will detect the early signs of a particular disease so that they can be able to refer a patient to the right specialist or the right hospital where they can be able to be diagnosed for a disease to be detected early, especially cancer, which seems just a whole confusion of what is cancer by itself.
Wow. And,
Yeah.
and continue. So from 2015 haukujua uko na shida gani bado? Na walikuwa nakupatia madawa za uchungu za tumbo kwa sababu ulikuwa nafikira maybe it's because of the pregnancy. What happened next?
So I gave birth in 2016 mwezi wa 3. After ku give birth, after mtoto akiwa 3 months, nikaanza kuwa na uchungu tena, but this time ilikuwa worse.
The same pain
But
same
it was
place.
same place. But it was worse than before. So nikaenda hospitali tena. Kwenda hospitali kunipima, wananipea dawa za typhoid. Nakuja na meza, uchungu inatulia like for a month. But ikirudi tena iko worse kuliko vile ilikuwa. Nilikuwa naenda kwa hospitali zenye ziko kwa slum. Hizi sijui ni dispensary ama nitaita aje. So wakunipima, wanasema tena niko na amoeba. Napewa dawa, nakuja na meza, pain inatulia for 2 weeks. Tena ikirudi ni worse kuliko vile ilikuwa. The last time nilienda kwa hizo hospitali walinipea dawa za ulcers. Wakisema
So
hizo
from typhoid to
Amoeba to
ulcers.
ulcers. So my.
Kunipea hizo dawa nikameza. Vile ziliisha, uchungu ikarudi. Sasa ikakuwa worse. Sasa unaelewa tu kawaida ya binadamu. Watu wangu wakaanza kusema umeshajaribu kwa hospitali sana, sasa tuende nyumbani tujaribu na dawa za kienyeji, madawa ya kienyeji.
Now here we talk about what exactly waganga ni mitishamba ama nini?
Mitishamba, sikuenda kwa mganga,
Herbalist.
mitishamba. But before niende huko tulienda kwa maombi, tulikuwa tunajaribu anything yenye tunge afford sisi. Sasa nikapelekwa nyumbani.
Because that was where you were, Kibera slums.
Yes. So kuenda before niende nyumbani nilienda Kenyatta. Kwenda Kenyatta pesa ikakuwa mingi, tukatumwa niende nifanyiwe colonoscopy. Tulishindwa ku raise that 8,000.
How much?
8,000 only.
8,000 shillings.
My husband was just running a barber shop in Kibera. Sasa pesa yenye tulikuwa tunapata from hand to mouth. So ikanishinda, nikaona 8,000 ilitushinda. Nikaenda nyumbani. Kwenda nyumbani nikapewa dawa za kienyeji kila aina. Uchungu inapotea, ikirudi iko worse. Sasa ikakuja point nikaanza kukua weak. Siwezi simama, nalala tu. Ikakuwa sasa watu wakaanza kukua na wasiwasi. Wakaamua tena wanirudishe huku Kenyatta. Juu ilifika mahali I could not pass stool.
Now this is the family now wakasema wanapeleka Kenyatta.
Yes. My family from my husband's side, I'm a total orphan, niko tu hivi. So I could not pass stool, but instead I was vomiting.
You're vomiting too.
I was vomiting. The tumor had blocked my colon 100%. So I could not pass stool totally. I was
You're vomiting stool, or what
fecal.
exactly are you vomiting?
It was like diarrhea. It was like diarrhea. Yes. So wakanileta Kenyatta. Kunileta Kenyatta wakaona situation yangu, wakanipeleka emergency theater kupasuliwa juu sikukuwa na picha, pesa ya kufanya scans sikukuwa nayo. So the surgeon decided vile waliona situation yangu kunipeleka tu emergency wapasue.
So hawakupeleka scanning, nothing, wakaenda tu straight to
because
surgery.
Yes, I was wasted and they were trying to help me. So vile walinitoa nyumbani wakanileta at KNH, it was emergency.
This was in 2016?
No, now it was in 2017. 2016 nimesurvive tu na hizo hospitali za Kibera na dawa za kienyeji.
Na mtoto during this time, where was the child?
The child aliachwa nyumbani. I could not breastfeed the child. Sasa ilibidi nimwache nyumbani. Even right now sijai waona since 2017. So kuletwa KNH wakaamua wani pasue tu emergency. Sasa kuenda hata wao hawakujua ni nini, but wakapata tumor which had blocked my colon 100%, but they could not remove the tumor because they feared that it might have been attached to the pancreas. So they decided to do the anastomosis to help me pass stool. So they did what they call iliotransverse anastomosis.
Hii sasa ilikuwa before uende upasuaji ama baada?
After, during the surgery ndio walitengeneza hizo anastomosis passage ya kunisaidia kuenda choo juu the tumor was not removed, it was inoperable according to the doctors, so they just left the tumor and they did what is called iliotransverse anastomosis to help me pass stool normally.
So you sasa ni during surgery sasa?
During surgery in 2017.
In 2017. So in terms of the expenses, how are you able to cater for it? Kwa sababu hapo awali ulikuwa na shida ya kupata 8,000. Sasa hizi ni upasuaji.
At KNH they just admitted me. In fact they waived me. They told my husband aende akate NHIF ndio itusaidie so that he could pay 500 per month. But they waived my bill. Yes, they were trying to help me. So they did all these things before we paid anything. I was admitted.
How long?
I was admitted for nadhani ilikuwa around 6 months. I was bedridden. After the surgery I was bedridden. I was wasted.
Na familia yako hiyo wakati wote walikuwa wapi?
My immediate family,
hata familia
familia mzee, they were very supportive. They were with me. My husband alikuwa anakuja ananitembelea kwa ward. Her sisters walikuwa anakuja na some of my family members.
Emily, when you hear her story, it's quite sad here.
Yes.
Because now different diagnosis, different drugs. You know, you can imagine what it does to the body.
Imagine, yeah, because I don't understand how you treat somebody for amoeba or typhoid if you have not tested to ascertain that that person is suffering from that particular disease. Because even some of these drugs that we give the patients, they make the situation worse. Imagine being treated for what you are not suffering from, for an ailment that is not the ailment that is ailing you. It is very sad. Then also taking somebody, it's okay, somebody has gone on emergency. What do you operate somebody on? You cannot just take somebody and take them to the theater in the name of helping instead of doing the initial stage of a scan or a scan to be able to determine really what are we operating on.
But yeah. In her case, sijui kama familia yako waliweza kuuliza kwa nini wanakupeleka
unapasuliwa.
Because there is the aspect of scanning that might have been a reason for someone to say that no, mnampasua kwa nini? Na shida ni wapi hata kama anatapika. Was it a worry? Mlisumbukana kuuliza maswali kama hayo na mlipata majibu?
Hatukusumbukana kwa sababu ni bwanangu alikuwa ananishughulikia. Kama nilikuwa nashindwa ku raise hata 8,000. So hata yeye alichoka, hata mimi nilichoka. Nilichoka na mauchungu na nilikuwa nataka tu waende tu wapasue kama hiyo ndio ingenisaidia. Chochote, anything that the doctors could do. I was prepared for it because I was tired. I was exhausted. Nilikuwa nimechoka na uchungu na kuteseka. So I consented.
Because Ram, I'm looking at her situation. If a scan had been done, then she maybe at that time should not have undergone the surgery. Wangefanya scan, wajue kuna tumor, then they know how, first of all, how to divert so that she can be able to pass stool. Then from the tumor, wafanye biopsy. They can be able to, wakijua iko, then they do a colonoscope. Ndio waweze kutoa whatever is in the tumor to find out whether it is cancerous, and if it is cancerous, what kind of treatment is required for it.
All right, now looking at the status of the country at large now, bringing in solutions, because at the same time now we need to find out what next. What do we do now? Now this is where we are, this is where we've reached. How do you see the country so far when it comes to dealing with cancer patients or cancer related issues?
We are not prepared to deal with cancer issues, because one thing, like for the case of Anastasia, for example, if I may take you back, if she had gone first of all and had that scan that I'm talking about, or the x-ray, then she would have been referred to cancer specialist ward. She would have gone to the cancer screening center now for the next step. So because I'm trying to imagine whoever did the operation on her or the surgery on her was just somebody in the emergency ward, not a cancer specialist at all. But if the proper steps had been taken...
Do we have the manpower?
We have the manpower. We have
the money, the budget, the facilitation.
We may not have the budget. Like for example, if she went back up country, and the cancer screening center was there, or there was a specialist there, then they would not have transferred her all the way to Kenyatta first of all to be able to undergo even the surgery, which still it is good because they were able to detect the problem, maybe that led later on to a cancer diagnosis. So if we had the cancer screening centers within our reach in the counties, like in level 4 hospitals, then we'll be able to rule out all cases that are cancer symptomatic for a patient to be able to be diagnosed, and then the right treatment or the right procedure of treatment would be followed to the core. It does not mean that we don't have the manpower. Remember, if cancer is declared a national disaster, the money will be there. For any disaster in the world, there is always the goodwill from the people to support. So the goodwill we are lacking is for us as Kenyans, our government, as Kenyans, to be able to accept that cancer is a national disaster. Look at her case from the slums. Yes, the dispensary are the slums. We cannot blame them, because what is the work of a dispensary? It is just to diagnose what they see and then they treat.
And yeah,
but maybe
she was using a colostomy bag here,
yes,
because now the debate comes in affect
the passage of stool,
what you eat. Does it affect how you move around?
It affects everything. It affects everything, even the stigma by itself. Yeah.
All right, Anastasia, because we want to bring this discussion to a close here. So far as we are talking right now, how are you doing right now? Because now that was 2017. Yeah, we are now in 2019. How are things going on for you?
Vile madaktari walipata niko na cancer, walingoja ni gain some weight because I was extremely wasted. I was under 30 kilos.
30 kilos?
So walingoja nipate nikuwe at least chemotherapy, wanaweza niwekea chemotherapy kwa sababu it is very strong. So vile nilikuwa 33 kilos wakaanza kunipea chemotherapy. Niligain weight in 2018 kwa sababu ya chemo ilikuwa inanisaidia. But they were interrupted sessions of chemotherapy due to financial problems.
Okay. Shida bado ilikuja tu pesa bado.
Pesa. Sometimes unaenda Kenyatta unapata dawa hakuna moja. Na hiyo dawa is 7,000 moja.
Unapata dawa hakuna?
Hakuna. Unapata ukienda kwa pharmacy hakuna dawa za kansa zingine. Inabidi uende ununue. Sasa ilikuwa inabidi nirudi nyumbani.
All right. Saizi hebu kuna mtu ambaye anakuona nyumbani, ambaye labda anapitia kitu ambacho umepitia. There is a cancer patient ambaye pia ako nyumbani. Ni ujumbe gani uko nao ili unaweza kuwapatia wale ambao wanakutazama siku ya leo?
Ujumbe ambao naweza waambia ni kwamba wavumilie tu na wajiachilie kwa Mwenyezi Mungu, kwa sababu kansa si rahisi, ni uchungu. Uchungu ambao unakuja na kansa sio rahisi. Kukuwa na kansa sio rahisi. Wavumilie tu na waachilie tu Mungu.
Amen. Emily, have a final word on these issues.
What I can say is cancer is a national disaster. It needs to be declared a national disaster. When it's declared a national disaster, we'll have a lot of awareness. We'll have a lot of information being disseminated to people right in the slums. They'll be able to know the early signs, so that when they go to the dispensary and you are treated and you are not getting well, you can even tell the medical officer, could this be a cancer I read somewhere or I heard somewhere in awareness that this is an early sign of cancer. That is the only way we can be able to help our people. Then also, when it's declared a national disaster, quality treatment will be available, affordable treatment will be available, then we'll be able to access properly equipped cancer screening centers. We shall also be able to motivate our students right from secondary school to take interest in medical careers, especially on the oncologists now, since cancer is really a big issue in Kenya at the moment. So we are talking about people in the slums. We are hearing our members of parliament. We are hearing very prominent people every day dying of cancer. So cancer is not even just only about treatment. It is also awareness. Even the people who are well off, the rich people in the society, they need to know these early signs. They also need to know how to deal with the side effects of treatment. As we have heard Anastasia say, it is severe, it is painful, both treatment, side effects of treatment, also the psychological effect to a patient and the family, that they cannot be able to afford the treatment, the impact of it, of maybe the fear of losing a family member, a mother, a father, or even a child on cancer. So it must be declared a national disaster. That is the call we are putting forward, and it is one.
Thank you very much. Based on what you can hear, it is clear, it is evident, there is a lot that needs to be discussed, but there is much that needs also to be done on the ground. Anastasia says she has had it real hard on her side financially, not being able to raise as little as 8,000 shillings. You can be part of this, help. You can offer help to Anastasia using our Twitter handle. Just, send us a message on our Twitter handle at KBC Television. Use the hashtag also Good Morning Kenya if at all you want to reach her. You can also, help, make a helping hand so that we can be able to help cancer patients. Remember, we have a lot of, expenses that goes through radiotherapy, chemotherapy, targeted therapy, and immunotherapy expenses. This and much more that cancer patients have to go through. Are you a cancer patient? Be part of this conversation. The hashtag is Good Morning Kenya. Tell us how it has been for you. We have come to the end of this morning program, but see you again tomorrow morning for another edition of Good Morning Kenya. Tag us at Ram Aguko, at Jane Ambui, at Ray Manyara. May God bless you. May God bless the work of your hands. Let us make cancer become a national disaster. Thank you.
The conspiracy hatched by Helena and Justin, in which the king and I were attacked, Ashok was given the death penalty for it. But the enemies of Magad were unaware that I was still alive.
You have been accused of treason. You have been accused of carrying out an attack on me. I don't understand how I should behave with you, boy.
In the same manner that an emperor should be with another emperor. Who will feed you today?
Ha ha ha!